So we have everything straightened out and we're back.
Yes.
I feel so much better.
Yeah, I was telling Julie, I was like, I feel like the kid who got caught without their homework in school, and it was really uncomfortable for like 5 seconds. I forgot what that feeling felt like.
Well, yeah, you're 30. Anyways, do you want to start or should I?
Yeah, let's go. All right, so news and rumors for this week and beyond. So, WrestleMania 32 kickoff show will be airing live on the USA Network at 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific, and it will be airing the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal that's going to feature 20 WWE stars vying for the trophy. It will likely also be airing on the WWE Network, which is free to new subscribers for this month, and $9.99 after that.
And I'm sure you will see circulating around social media the whole free WrestleMania thing. They've had Stardust do it, AJ Styles do it, Dean Ambrose do it. It's a whole big thing.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to take this moment to say that all of this that we read to you are simply stuff that we've picked up off of the internet. What we read isn't always 100% true. It's always taken with a grain of salt. We're just circulating the news. Anyways, WWE legend and Hall of Famer Stone Cold Steve Austin is said to be really high on NXT Tag Team Enzo Amore and Big Cass. His approval is mostly of Big Cass. He has said that he is a big dude who is extremely agile. He does very well in the ring, and he's a good-looking kid.
I agree with all of those points.
I do
well
too.
Done, sir.
How you doing?
How you doing? Empire State's finest! Anyway, so WWE superstar Cesaro, we love Cesaro.
He's very European.
Is set to be returning. He is very European, and if you don't believe him, he'll uppercut you and show you just how much.
That's right.
But anyway, he is set to be returning to active competition within the next month. That's awesome news. Given the timing of this particular news, there is a 50-50 chance of him appearing at WrestleMania, but regardless, it'll be great to see him back in the square circle. You know, he's been out with a torn rotator cuff, which kind of makes me cringe thinking about it.
I guess that sort of thing is supposed to put you out for 6 months, but he is coming back ahead of time.
Bless him.
He's a Swiss Superman.
He is.
In slightly more bizarre news, Jeff Hardy has announced that he will be donating his brain to science after his wife Beth found out that Kevin Nash will be doing the same. Not to knock Jeff Hardy, but I think they would be more concerned about other things affecting his brain outside of pro wrestling. And all science may find with Kevin Nash is his theory of quad-tearing relativity. So, yeah, that's... I respect the choice to, you know, donate your brain to science and try to figure out the stuff that causes all this shenanigans that goes on with pro wrestling, but given it's coming from people like Jeff Hardy and Kevin Nash, who have a weird history of any kind of substance abuse and things like that, it's very strange.
You know, my mom used to tell me if you don't have anything nice to say, say it anyway. And I don't want to even know. Like, Jeff has been one of the best wrestlers in the past 20 years. You can't take anything away from the kid.
Yeah.
Kid is fucking crackers.
Just a little bit.
But bless him for that. Like, that's really cool if that's, you know, a thing. Because science always needs people who are willing to be like, hey, here you go. Here's some stuff to study. And they're like, fuck yeah. So, I mean, it's good for science. You're doing something awesome. Fucking crackers. But with the Hall of Fame around the corner, we've learned that the female entry for this year is former diva Jacqueline, which I am so pumped about this. I absolutely adored her.
Me too.
Long overdue. They're still looking to pick an inductee for the celebrity wing. First rumor is Regis Philbin. Oh my God, Regis, Jesus Christ. Who worked closely with the WWE and cross promotion on his talk show over the years. There's the latest rumor that they may induct Snoop Dogg. Oh no.
Rebel Jizzle.
I love Snoop, but this is a family show. But anyway, he's a big fan of the WWE, and he has appeared multiple times on the product. In addition, he's also the first cousin of current diva Sasha Banks. That is awesome.
Yeah, it is.
The Warrior Award may be going to Good Morning America anchor Joan London, for her work with the breast cancer awareness movement. She is also a breast cancer survivor. You know, that's always awesome.
Yeah, big ups to her.
If that ends up being true, that's super cool.
In a bit of sad news, it appears that Sting is supposedly going to be forced into retirement from active competition in wrestling for good. He has been formally diagnosed with cervical spinal stenosis, and that is the same diagnosis that put Edge into retirement. He suffered an injury in a match with Seth Rollins that never went away, and it has led to this. It's a rumor that he may announce his retirement at the Hall of Fame. Now, with that being said, I can honestly say that spinal stenosis is no freaking joke. My mom has that. And if she gets hurt a certain way, she could end up paralyzed the rest of her life. So, as sad as it would be to lose Sting as an active competitor, you know, having him pop in and out every now and then, I would much rather see him live the rest of his life being able to walk.
Yeah. That's very, very sad. Like, you don't ever want to hear, like, even if you're not a fan of the person, you never want to hear that somebody has to put their career, like, on the back burner or just not do it anymore because of an injury like that. That's terrible. Hopefully, you know, not downing any. Oh. I grew up loving him, so now I'm all like emo and depressed.
Oh, you'll get over it. Finland!
I will get over it. I will get over it.
Continue.
WWE Studios is releasing a film called Countdown, which will feature one of our favorites, Dolph Ziggler, and Kane, as well as actress Catherine Isabel. She's known for her roles in See No Evil 2, American Evil, the Ginger Snaps trilogy, and Hannibal. She was also in, what was it? Was it Freddy? No.
Yeah, it was Freddy vs. Jason.
Movie? Freddy vs. Jason. Yeah. Okay, so, duh. The movie is said to take place at a WWE live event, which is awesome, and feature other superstars and divas. The trailer is on YouTube now, and the movie will be on DVD and Blu-ray on April 5th.
I have seen the trailer,
I'm so
and
excited.
It looks so ridiculous. I will watch that. I will buy it and watch it 500 times.
Same. And Dolph Ziggler, come on. That's enough. Yeah. That's enough of a reason for me. I love him.
Well, apparently, he plays this cop that lost his son, and I'm like, oh, honey.
We're bleeding hearts. It's awful.
Yeah. So, now we're going to do what's called the Roman Reigns block, because there's a lot of news on this guy lately.
Oh, Roman.
WWE legend Hacksaw Jim Duggan believes that the WWE is pushing Roman Reigns too hard and too fast. He says they're pushing him down the fans' throats and that they should take their time with him. He also commented how he believes Roman has the marquee look and style, but the fans need to accept him, which clearly they are not.
We've said it 1,000 times already. We'll say it 1,000 times more. We don't hate him, but
yeah,
I agree with that entirely.
Another grain of salt rumor. Vince McMahon may not be as high on Roman Reigns as previously assumed, but given the fully expressed intention to keep up with his push, we may as well axe that rumor.
Yeah. So, changes may be underway for Roman. As he has ditched his usual through the crowd entrance twice this past week. It's not 100%. Obviously, none of this is. They may be getting rid of it for good, and what that means, nobody honestly can say it this time. We've seen a more aggressive look at Roman, which seems to be coming across very well for him, but it could be just from this storyline alone. And obviously there's no way to know where this is going. So it's one of those things that's a literal work in progress.
Oh, yeah. Now, here comes the piece de la resistance. Because I read this, and I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Now, I respect pretty much anybody that is in the WWE Hall of Fame, with the exception of Donald Trump. And this Hall of Famer, who is related to Roman Reigns, had a bit of things to say. And, of course, he kind of has a big mouth on the internet, so, I mean, most people do.
Yep.
But in the final piece of what seems to be our Roman Reigns rumor block, this one is a doozy. WWE Hall of Famer Rikishi commented on John Morrison's comments about Roman Reigns, which we had mentioned in the last episode. And he said, and I won't say, and I quote, because a couple of this is kind of cut down, but it's pretty much almost verbatim. Fortunately for Roman, in just 4 years of wrestling, he has been two-time WWE Heavyweight Champion, WWE Tag Team Champion, Royal Rumble winner, Wrestler of the Year, and main event of WrestleMania. What have you done in your first 4 years of wrestling? Even in 10 years, you won't be at his level to share in the ring. Hashtag, let that marinate. This is where I come in. Let it be known, John Morrison has been wrestling since 2002, when he competed in and won the third cycle of WWE's Tough Enough. Given that, he's been wrestling well over a decade. In addition to that, he was OVW Southern Tag Team Champion with Joey Mercury in the developmental ground OVW. He went on to debut on the main roster 2 years later in 2004, won the WWE Tag Team Championships on 4 separate occasions, 3 times which were with Eminem in 2005, and then once with The Miz in 2007. He's also won the WWE World Tag Team Championship in 2008 with The Miz, which we've actually seen live.
Yep.
He's a 3-time Intercontinental Champion, twice in 2006 and once in 2009. During the triple brand split that they had, he became ECW World Heavyweight Champion in 2007, and he's also won 2 separate Slammy Awards with The Miz in 2008. This doesn't even cover the amount of shit he's done outside the WWE. So I have to say, I respectfully disagree with this argument from a Hall of Famer who, by the way, literally had a WWE career with 1 singles title and 3 tag team title reigns under the WWE moniker. Hashtag, let that marinate.
So my 2 cents on this, because this is actually the first I've heard of that.
Yes.
I don't seek out shit like this because I don't care. And the reason I don't care is because what the fuck have you done? But the fact that it's coming from somebody, Roman doesn't need you to defend him. For one, like if he's not willing to address it, you don't need to address it for him. You're not his secretary, although you might be, because what the fuck are you doing? But like he doesn't need somebody to fight his battles. And truthfully, honestly, he's got talent, he's got charisma, but the only reason Roman is doing it as well as he is because Vince McMahon has a raging hard-on for him.
Basically, yeah.
And the difference is between Roman Reigns and the Vince McMahon boner and John Morrison is John Morrison was never like a favorite backstage. You know what I mean? Like there was always some sort of rumor about him being in the doghouse.
Yeah.
Yet he still managed to accomplish this stuff because he's a workhorse.
Pretty much, yeah.
And so the fact that this was even said is absolutely absurd to me. Like, honestly, John is one of the hardest working people possibly in the industry. He does more than just wrestling to boot.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, seeing what he's done in Lucha Underground, he is doing so well for himself. You can't sit there and insult him or his integrity or his success just because he's not in the WWE anymore. He is doing much better now than he has ever done in the WWE, and he did very, very well for someone who wasn't under Vince